Hey, welcome back to MFO, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. We're going to do another Friday afternoon news break with a lot of information. We've got news from the BassMaster Classic. We've got news from Cortackle, and we've got a little news from MFO that we want to share with all of you. The BassMaster Classic started off today. Wind was the big story, and whether or not they were actually going to get the Bassmaster Classic in, there was talk about whether they were going to cancel, whether they were going to move it, whether they were going to just fish a one-day event. All 3 days are going on, and it started today. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about what happened at the Classic. Like I said, we've got some information about Cortackle, and we've got some information from MFO too. So guys, stick around. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Mark Fisher Outdoors, everybody. I'm going to start with the MFO news instead of getting to the Classic news. We'll get to that real quick. Guys, we are coming close to 4,000 subscribers on Mark Fisher Outdoors. If you like the kind of content that we're putting out, this is my big push. I'm asking you, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share the videos with your buddies, especially those Underwater Wednesday videos. We'd love to get to 4,000 subscribers, within the next couple of weeks or so. That's our MFO news, but let's talk about what's going on at the Classic. Well, Trey McKinney is leading as of the end of broadcast day today, 25 pounds, scoping, obviously, throwing a little jerkbait around timber. But I tell you what, this kid he's absolutely, from what I can tell in watching a lot of the coverage today, he's optimizing his areas and being very efficient in terms of how he's managing those areas. Okay, I don't want to burn this one up. I'm getting out of here because there's too many people.
Started out this morning. It was kind of a little different. I felt kind of different about it, but after I got a couple bites, it calmed me down, my nerves, because I would take a deep breath and I couldn't even breathe right. I don't even know what it was. I was just stressed out of sight. But we're good. We got a few bites early in the morning. We capitalized on it. I think we got 24 to 26 pounds, something like that. And we kind of laid off of them this evening, just to the fact of the population is not crazy here. So every fish you catch is probably, you're not ever going to catch it. So I kind of laid off of them a little bit, so I'll have a few more for the next days.
He also had a situation where he had some trouble with his transducer, and so spent pretty much the last half of the day not using forward-facing sonar, trying to just catch one, throwing a mag draft or something along those lines. And so fortunately for him, he had about 25 pounds prior to him losing that forward-facing transducer. I'm sure that's something that he's going to get fixed up, and he'll be back out there tomorrow. He was, as I said, leading the tournament as of the end of the broadcast today. Interesting, when you look at some of the other anglers that they featured today, they had Hackney, who was up there flipping, wood onto bank cover, catching some decent sized fish, and Lee Livesey coming back after a very, very tough morning, throwing, believe it or not, a pink chatterbait and getting up there into the top 5.
I saw her eat it, big one. Barely hooked because she ate it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Atta boy.
That's more like it. Oh, I saw her eat it.
You saw her eat it?
I saw her eat it with a 6 cents flush. Pink, baby. That's a donk. Ray Roberts, baby. That's number 5.
So some varying different techniques, but a lot of guys scoping, obviously. And boy, I tell you what, Ray Roberts Lake is a lake where big ones live for sure. And it's pretty interesting to watch these guys. If they're catching a fish, chances are it's a good size fish. There were guys who were sitting at 20 pounds and they only had 4 fish, and you're waiting for this guy to catch another one because all of a sudden he could go from being in with 20 pounds to leading. So I think there's going to be some changes by the time we get to weigh in later on tonight. But the good news is it looks like we're going to be fishing all 3 days of the BassMaster Classic. Now, another piece of information going around the core tackle that I need to tell you about. I did a video, and I'll put a link in the description to that video if you haven't seen it. I did our Underwater Wednesday video this last Wednesday on the new core tackle hair shot. This is a hair jig that is going to replace any hair jig that you've ever fished before, because you fish the hair shot just like it sounds, on a drop shot. So the hair shot is an actual drop shot bait. It allows you to make long casts, it allows you to fish deeper, and it allows you to pinpoint those casts exactly where you want to go. From a standpoint of fishing smallmouth bass with a hair jig, the hair shot is going to be the bait that you want to use. Go back and check that video out if you haven't seen it. But here's the part that I wanted to inform you about. When I shot that video, we didn't know when that bait was actually going to come out and be available. It is available now. It was available as of Wednesday. And so a lot of the guys who watched the video heard me say it's going to come out soon. Well, some of the guys took advantage of it and went to the website and saw that it was available, and that thing is selling quick. They had a limited quantity of hair shots available. You can imagine how time intensive that bait is to make each one. So they didn't have very many of them in stock. And then we at our school went and packaged them all and got them ready to go. So guys, the news that I have here is there are still hair shots available in each color, but I'm telling you what, the quantities that are available at this point are running low. These are not, if you're gonna wait until springtime to get your hair shots, you're gonna be too late. You need to get them now in each of the colors, the black, the white, the purple, the brown. Guys, there are limited quantities of each, and they are going quick, according to Matt Steffen. Matt's at the Classic. He called me from the Classic to make sure that I knew that these things were selling, they were going off the shelves. And his biggest concern is that because they're selling so fast, we're going to have to get started making more, and we're going to have Core Tackle look into making more. But these are not going to be things that are going to be readily available a month from now. When they're gone, they're going to be gone for a while. So get those orders in. Remember, you can't buy them at Tackle Warehouse. You can't get them anywhere other than the Core Tackle website. So go to coretackle.com and make your order for those hair shot jigs that are in black, brown, purple, and white. And again, check out that video if you haven't done that already. Guys, that's the news that I've got coming out of the BassMaster Classic. We're going to keep on top of it all weekend long, and we'll kind of fill you in on more of it as we come back on Monday for more episodes of Mark Fisher Outdoors. Take care, everybody.